Hello, welcome. I'm the Autistic Modeler. Today, we're going to be building the 1992 Ford F150 Flareside. This is a pretty cool kit. Come on in, let's open it up.
The Autistic Modeler is proud to be partnered with Round 2 Models, the makers of great kits from AMT, MPC, and Polar Lights. Get yours today.
All right, well, Round 2 sent this over for a full build and review. This is a pretty cool kit. I remember when these were brand new. This is about the time I started driving. And this is a 1992. I always thought this was a cool body style. It's a good looking truck. And then there's the side. It looks like this one here is two-tone. It looks like they like a bumper delete on that. Some side rails, chrome mirrors. And on this side, here they got like a carbureted version. I hope they have the stock version in there. Oh, it says 5.8 liter, can be built stock or custom. So that's cool. And they got a roll bar, some lights, mirrors, side rails. Decal sheet's pretty cool. And then here's the back of it. Pretty neat stuff. All right, let's get to the plastic. Here's the, well, let's see, let's take this out. I don't know, it's not coming out of there. Anyways, here's the cab. That step pad is made onto the cab. See that? I thought that'd be a separate piece, but it's made on there, and it says Flareside right there. You can see that. It's nice looking. Really good, sharp. And here's our bed, our Flareside bed. I always call these step sides, Flareside, whatever you want to call it. Pretty neat stuff. All one piece, so that's easy to paint up. No worrying about fit and finish on that. Good positive locking tabs. And then here's the exhaust, spare tire, wheel backs, stuff there. There's our chassis. Really nice looking. Very good detail on the fuel tank there. I think there's another one that goes there. Very nice looking. Nice and straight. Looks good. And then here is the bench seat with a cup holder on it. Interior. And the small bed there. Tailgate, I mean. Steering wheel. Hood. And there's that 5.8 liter V8 Ford. Looks really nice. Power steering pump, starter, distributor, your serpentine belt system, our firewall there, radiator and shroud is one piece, battery, and then our antifreeze reservoir or washer fluid reservoir probably in one unit there. And then the air box pieces. Looks pretty good. I really like the way that engine looks. Really nice. And then here's the tree here with that bumper, like delete, I would say. Like a, you know, not really a spoiler, but like you remove the bumper, fascia, you know. And then there's our roll bar. Our front I-beam suspension there. Rear axle pieces, springs, tie rod, drive shaft. I think this is part of the exhaust, Cadillac converter, possibly. And the suspension there. And here's our chrome pieces. Ooh, those custom wheels. Those are pretty nice. I really like these factory Ford wheels. And there's our stock intake manifold. Grill. Part of the light bar there. Mirrors. And it's like a bracketing for the engine. It's got roof lights. This is pretty nice. Really nice. I like it. Good looking. And then here's our tires. They do have a brand name on them. They're a Goodyear tire. Looks like you could probably highlight that with some white pen to show up. I think we'll do that. That'd be pretty nice. Soft. Good tread pattern on it. Looks good. And then here's our decal sheet. And I was told, and they went ahead and put an Arizona license plate on there for me. So I thought that was pretty cool. Really neat looking sheet. Several different striping decals on there. Part for the step pads. Really nice looking sheet. And then here's our book. You can take a look at that. That tells colors and whatnot you can do there. And there's an engine. That's pretty basic there. You can have custom valve covers or the stockers. Pretty nice. Belt. And then here's where they're saying that's carburetor or your fuel injection setup. Right there. Tires. Pretty basic. Fuel tank. Suspension. Let's go ahead and open all this up. And there's our chassis and exhaust, spare tire holder. This is nice, well-designed instruction book here. It's our interior section. That cell phone, isn't that crazy? Old 90s brick phone there. That's pretty neat. And there's some other details, firewall, and how the interior goes together. They're optional. It has a bug guard there on the glass. Some other options here. This is pretty nice, and this shows you how to do the decals however you would like. And you know what? I didn't show the glass. Let's take a look at that. Here's the glass. Tail lights are red, clear lenses, and there's that bug guard right there. Our windshield and rear glass are one piece. And this red section is actually left over from the long bed piece, so you won't use it on this kit. Let's throw it in the spare parts box. So I'm going to Googleize some pictures and get some ideas. And then we'll be right back. I'll get started. Stick with me. Well, all right, it's that time again. That's right, final assembly. Let's take a look at this. Well, there's our window glass. Let's look at that interior. That turned out really slick. I like the detail gauges, decals they included. Looks really good. Fit together very well. I really like that. And here's our chassis. There's that 5.8 liter engine. Very detailed. Looks really good underneath. I really like this. It went together very well. Had no problems with that. Other than we had to raise that suspension. I'll show you at the end that it looks like it sits level now. And there's our wheels. Whoopsie. There's our wheels. Turned out really well. Looks good. Here's our cab. I like that Flareside decal. That's pretty neat. Nice underhood detail. Really good looking. There's our bed. Come with a Ford logo for the back. And I put a bed liner in it. I thought that was pretty neat. Some underhood labels. There's our bug shield we're going to put on it. Now that took a couple coats, light coats, to get that as dark as you see it. So take your time with that piece. There's our hood and our front bumper. Looks really good. Grill, some underhood pieces, our battery. There's our headlights going to go in. Looks good. Radiator, some small underhood details, some mirrors, and then we'll be all done. So stick with me. Well, all right, here it is, all finished. The 92 Ford F150 Flareside by AMT. This was a really cool kit. I really enjoyed this. I didn't have any trouble putting it together. Went together so well. The fit and finish was phenomenal. Interior just snaps in. Windows snap in. Chassis has tabs at the rear, so it just tabs in, a little glue in the front, and you're all done. This was really cool. Fits together, looks good. Now see how it's raised a little bit in the rear? It sat way too low when I test fitted it. So I'm like, no, that's no good. So I went ahead and I raised it like we saw with those small lifts that I made out of stock plastic. That gave it a little bit of a lift in the back. And I sprayed a bed liner in there and dull coated the wheels so they look more like aluminum instead of like chrome shiny. And then there's our interior, super detailed. And it came with this bug guard, and I smoke painted that from the inside so it looked more like that smoke plastic that they come in. And the accent with the lighter color and everything turned out really well. Let's open that hood. Super detailed under the hood. I got my battery in there, and there's underhood decals and a lot of underhood detail to make it look really well. I really liked how this went together. I had fun doing it. And this just reminds me of the cars from a local Ford dealer where I grew up called Dave Sinclair Ford. And he had a whole lot of these on the lot when they were brand new. I mean, gosh, a couple hundred of them. And if you're from the Midwest or St. Louis area, you'll remember Dave Sinclair Ford. That's who I grew up with. Well, and when it comes back around here, I'll show you some of the Flareside decals that came with it. I mean, it just looks the right part. And I really enjoyed building it. And I'm glad you are here to follow along with me. And until next time, I'm the Autistic Modeler. Happy modeling.